Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, friends and family. Today is Saturday, June 13th. And today I will be covering the sixth commandment, the commandment covering murder, not kill, but murder. The seventh commandment, along with the others, can be found in the book called Shemot or Exodus in chapter 20. But first, a question. What is the significance of blood? Why is blood such an important thing in the Tanakh or in our Bible? 1 John, the book of 1 John chapter 3 mentions that any man who hates his brother is a murderer. We also know from the scripture that Hasatan is known as a liar and a murderer. And Yeshua our Mashiach also said that Hasatan has been a liar and a murderer from the very beginning. I'm going to take a look here in the book called Bereshit first, in Genesis chapter 4, at verse 10. And we find the instance where Cain has just murdered, again, not killed, but murdered his brother Hevel. In verse 10 it reads, Vayomer, and he said, speaking of the Most High, Vayomer, Ma'asita, what have you done? Kol deme achicha tzuakim elai min ha'adama. The blood of your brother cries to me from the earth, Also, in Leviticus, the book we call Leviticus, originally known as Vayikra, Leviticus chapter 17, at verse 11, it reads the following. Ki nefesh habasar badamhi, for the life force, or the very soul of an individual is literally in his, in his or her blood. The life force of a very individual is in his or her blood. So blood is something that is not to be shed. Blood is not something that should be spilled. The commandment, lo tirtzach, do not murder. Lo tirtzach is much different than just simply killing. You might ask, what's the difference? Well, Hebrew has a couple of words for kill. Laharog or lehamit. Laharog or lehamit. Both means to end the life of an individual. Retzach or lo tirtzach literally means do not murder. Do not murder. So do not shed innocent blood. Removing a man from the land of the living should be, if it has to be done, a last resort, as in the last option that you have, such as protecting yourself or protecting those whom you love. Killing or murdering primarily in the Tanakh has always come with some serious consequences. For example, there were cities of refuge that were established for those who accidentally killed someone. There are also different prescriptions in the Torah for what to do in the event that a murder went unsolved in your village at that time, in your village or in the area where you live. If a murder went unsolved, in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 21, one was required to break the neck of a calf by the river and kill the calf there. But that body of water could no longer be fished in. or that body of water could no longer be used to water crops, or the things that we planted. Um, if someone had killed someone, you are never allowed to accept a ransom from this person for murdering. There is no ransom. This is found in the book of Numbers. So this, by all means, of course, is not an extensive or an exhaustive covering of this particular commandment, but more or less just the basics. That the commandment is not, thou shalt not kill. The commandment is lo tirtzach, do not murder, because instances will arise, and whether it's by accident, someone can and will be killed, or in the event of protecting oneself and protecting one's loved ones, you may have to take a life. In this case, it is not murder. It is the lesser of the two. So how much more when we think about the fact that the blood of our Messiah, Yeshua, was shed for us? How much more greater is the blood of the unique Son of our Elohim, that his life force and that his very soul was in his blood, and he laid it down willingly as a propitiation for sin for you and I. Also, in light of the times of things that are going on today, with so much violence and so much anger and so much angst out on the streets, and neighbor pitted against neighbor, dealing with the repercussions of the loss of so many of our Israelite brothers and sisters, from George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, the most recent in a long, long line of murders. Abba Shabbat Shamayim, help us and deliver us. I know that he will. I know that he sees, that he hears, and that he knows, and that he will come to our aid. So at any rate, that's it for the commandment, do not murder. Be safe, everybody. Much love, peace, and shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered to the four corners of the earth. I'll be seeing you guys again real soon.